Today we're taking a look at what 1.15 million gets you in Weston versus Davie. So without further ado, let's get into it. So here we are inside. You have this incredible double height entryway, allowing so much light. And just for reference, we're facing to the southwest over here. And then it's 4 beds, 2.5 baths. You have all the bedrooms up top. You have 2 living areas, so this entire area, and then you can see the area in the background there. But it's just so incredible, this space. And then here, when, for instance, when the sellers were raising the kids, they used this entire area for an indoor soccer field to hang out. The home is incredibly well maintained. It was built in 2003. Here, just to show you that incredible entryway. There are so many great things about this house that I personally love, but I mean, let's just take a moment to appreciate the kitchen. You have these incredible countertops, seating for 4. You have these deep drawers that are on rollers, and you can store all sorts of food, snacks. My weakness is granola, so you can store granola. We have stainless steel appliances, also pizza. You have the ovens, microwave. One of the cool things they did was relocate the sink. That way, the sink is set up to where you can be washing dishes and enjoying coffee. You could have the kids, the family, the friends, whoever you want to invite over, while also enjoying these incredible views. So you have the pool, there's a hammock, we can see that later, and then you have this massive lot. So we'll get to that last. But here's the second living area. And before we move on, we'll just finish the kitchen. Everything is soft close. This one is an induction, it's electric. You have the hood with the vent and the fan. More storage area. Tons of storage. And then of course, you have the attachments to the ceiling. A lot of homes that you'll see in Davie, Weston, South Florida, they kind of do it cheaply. This one, they went all the way to the ceiling. Most places you'll see they're missing that top piece. The ceiling height is great. You have recessed lighting all around. You have these lights that are all in a dimmer, which you can see over there, right there. So going around here, you have a nest. So the entire house is controlled by one AC unit. The AC unit was finished, replaced actually, it's brand new, not brand new, but done in 2023. And around this corner, we're gonna have the washer and dryer. And then another cool feature about this house is it has a hybrid called GeoSpring electric water heater. And so I read up on it, but I can't remember everything. So I'll just put the description about this thing in the, well, I'll put the comments about that or description about that in the description itself. So you have the washer and dryer full size. Here you have the garage, single car, or you can make it into a gym. You see they have the little gym set up there. Here's the AC handler. So you can see it was 2023. Here we have the half bath. High ceilings everywhere. Really clean. One important note is the kitchen countertops. They match all the bathrooms. So the bathroom here, the bathrooms upstairs. Here we have extra storage. And so the storage goes all the way back under the staircase. Double entry on the doors. Make our way upstairs to the primary. Here you can see the baseboards. all painted in white. One note between the bedrooms and the living area is the living area doesn't have popcorn. However, the bedrooms do have popcorn. So just keep that in mind. And then when I'm comparing homes between Davie and Weston, a lot of the homes actually in Davie, they still have popcorn, so it's nothing new. Just depends on the age of the home. And a lot of people who've made renovations, they typically have already changed the popcorn. And now with technology, it's much easier to remove popcorn than it was, 10 years ago. So here's the pool. This is kind of like a bonus room off the master, the primary. Got this little setup. Maybe we can keep that. But imagine what you could do with this room. You could have an extra closet. You can have, of course, a card table. There could be billiards if you wanted people to come into your bedroom. But I mean, just look, there's so much light, especially in the morning because we're facing to the northeast. You have these two windows. Here's the bathroom, which I've been getting comments all day about. Of course, it needs to be updated, but it's still in great condition for a house that was built in 2003. You have dual vanities. We like to check the water pressure. Yeah, pass. This one. But you just have the separate bathroom here. Tub and shower. Tons of room, actually tons of opportunity here in this house because you have the opportunity to make it whatever you want, right? You can renovate it however you like for the flooring, the bedroom, the bathroom. You could change the popcorn. Of course, you have the carpet, which you'd want to change. But for a closet, maybe you like the carpet. And of course, depending who you are, maybe you get two closets. Maybe your partner gets a closet in the other bedroom, or if you have a family, you can keep these closets and then leave the kids have the room. But here's the second closet, tons of space. Doorknobs, everything is good. Again, really well maintained. Let me not lock anybody out. So we'll go to the first bedroom. Well, actually, the second bedroom. Facing to the southwest. Lots of light, space. So instead of typical doors that they would have in the frames, they put curtains. Depending on your style, you could leave it like this, but I would suggest matching them. That way it's all consistent. Here they use it as a home office. Extra closet space, because the other closet is full of other items, so they put their items here. No doors, no screen. I know in my previous video, we talked about air conditioning units and vents being clean, so here you have exactly the same thing. Everything is spotless. Towel closet. Another closet, as you can see. This will be let's count it, second, third bedroom, we can say the office was the fourth bedroom. This one is much larger than the other two. And if you want me to send you the dimensions, just reach out to me and I'll email them to you. So here's the bathroom, second bathroom upstairs. Again, great condition. Now we'll go downstairs to the exterior, to the pool. And you can go straight from the dinner table to the barbecue that you have over here. But we're going to go out the double doors. Because I don't think I mentioned this before, but there were windows here. Quick note, all the windows are impact, not single pane. But there were windows here and they decided to convert it to French doors. This is another incredible setup. Hard to find a lot like this size, especially in Weston. In Davie, you won't really find too many communities with lakes. But we'll just go here. One of the benefits of this house with this parcel is this fence would extend all the way, so technically you have water access. You have the gate here. They used to go fishing. I would imagine catch and release because, you know, fishing in a pond, it's not for me, so I'm not the expert. We'll just stop there. But here you have this incredible view, incredible lot size. You have the AC unit on one side. You got the pool system over there. And then check out this fire pit. This is where you'd find me in the evening. Definitely on the weekends. So the roof again was done in 2019. They painted the exterior of the house also at the same time. They used to have a volleyball set up over here. They've taken it down. Both sides of the lot are fenced. You can imagine you're in the hammock with the breeze. Wind Charm is a paid actor. But you have the seats here. So just imagine hanging out on the weekends or in the morning. And so now we'll go to the front. Lock myself in. There we go. Okay, so I just left the open house and this is really what the neighborhood's like. Super residential, all 2-story single family homes. This is the North Lakes community inside Weston. In Weston, it's all about school zones plus walkability, I would say. So here's the facade. Looks incredible. And then everything is really walkable. You can walk to the nearest local elementary school, which is one of the top rated elementary schools, not only in Weston, but in the state. You could ride your bike. The kids used to scooter. And then here's just one more view. And that's it. And that's going to complete our tour for today. If you have any questions about what it's like living in Davie or Weston or anywhere in the surrounding area, feel free to reach out to me. My name's Anthony Spitaleri with Living in Davie, Florida, and I can't wait to see you on the next video.